How many of you play sports? And how many of you consider yourself competitive? All right, well, I'm a competitive person myself. And I mean, I'm not the greatest at everything I do. Actually, I'm not the greatest at anything I do. But I still love to compete. And basketball, bowling, and poker are probably the most competitive things I'm at right now. And basketball's probably the first sport that I started playing competitively. I started watching basketball when I was 7, and I just grew to love the sport. I started playing as much as I could, like during recess or at my local basketball courts around the neighborhood. And when I was in 6th grade, I actually took a vacation to the Philippines in Pampanga, and ended up playing in a basketball tournament there. And this jersey I wore. And long story short, we didn't get very far. And that was probably the first time I threw like a really bad tantrum after losing. And I guess it was just that competitive nature in me. I hate to lose. And I still play as much as I can. And basketball is actually how I got into bowling. During my freshman year in high school, I was playing 3-on-3 with some of my friends, and we had beaten them. And so they semi-jokingly said, well, we could take you at bowling. And I've probably been bowling once or twice prior to this, but because of how competitive I am, I took the challenge. And we actually went that night on 32nd Street on base. And during the first game, I didn't do too well. I didn't think it'd be too hard to throw a ball down the lane and hit some pins. But I did notice that there was something different about the way I was throwing my ball and the way they were throwing their ball. Theirs had like a cool little hook to theirs going right to left. And so I started trying that out, and it took a while to get down, but once I got it, it was game over. Like, I got hooked on bowling, and it actually became a weekly thing for me. Every Wednesday night I went bowling. So my first year, my first semester of college at Southwestern, I actually took a bowling class, which was basically like a semester-long tournament. And I joined with 2 of my friends, and it was teams of 3s. So we actually ended up taking the whole thing. So yeah, bowling actually introduced me to poker. So back to freshman year, after one of those bowling nights, I was invited to play poker. And this is when the poker boom started, when Chris Moneymaker, he was a no-name rookie that won the World Series. So Texas Hold'em started becoming really popular. And I didn't know how to play. Poker is one of those games where it takes minutes to learn, but a lifetime to master. So within 15 minutes, I got the basics down of the game. And at the end of the night, I found myself up $300. So, I mean, that's pretty much what sucked me into the game. And eventually I started picking up books, trying to improve my game, try to get better than my friends so I could take their money. And I still do that now, but I play mostly online now. And that's basically what I do in my spare time, play basketball, bowling, and poker. And although I may not be the best at any of them, I still have the competition.